good, y'all? Welcome to my review for episode 19 of Dragon Ball Daima. As you guys know, for Goku Day, I think it was, I think it was for like Goku Day, which I'm assuming is on Sunday or whatever, or maybe it was actually on Friday because the episode dropped on Friday, but I don't review until Sunday. Anyway, they dropped the last two episodes this week for Dragon Ball Daima this week, and yeah. Now, full disclosure, guys, I'm recording this episode on Saturday. I'm doing episode 20 on Sunday at my usual times and whatnot, man. But I figured I might as well get like a head start on one of these to do just to make the work a little bit easier on me, so I had to do 2 episode reviews on Sunday, like I have to for Bleach at the end of the quarter because I dropped 2 episodes and it's a whole thing. So anyway, yeah, that's also why I'm doing 2 separate reviews for this, because this wasn't initially dropped and this wasn't really released as an hour-long special, so that's why I'm doing separate episode reviews instead of doing them all together. Anyway, so this episode was phenomenal, man. Like, this was easily my favorite episode of Dragon Ball Daima, man. Honestly, damn, I'm a hell, man. I dare say this might be one of my all-time favorite episodes of Dragon Ball, period, man. This episode was a lot of fun, had a lot of great moments, and Sean transforming into Super Saiyan 4 was legendary, godly, I dare say, man. And if you guys did not know, I saw tweets about this on, I want to say, Thursday. I might have saw this earlier on Friday before the episodes had dropped later that day, that Sean, like, damn near passed out in the booth 3 times recording the episode, probably for that sequence, obviously. And, yeah, I could see why, man. That dude had to scream for a while, man, do a lot of crazy shit, man, and he was absolutely sensational, man. Seriously, like, incredible work. little callback to the Boo arc where he said, "This is a Super Saiyan." Though I wish he said, right before he either went to Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan 4, said, "And this is to go even further beyond." And did the whole scream, man. And it would have been so sick if they also and I'm sure they couldn't do this because legal mumbo jumbo rep tape bullshit, and dubs having their own soundtracks is a thing of the past, where that hasn't been a thing since the 90s and early 2000s, like Pokemon, the DBZ dub. I think GT might have been like that as well. Zatch Bell was that one that had its own original OST for the English dub. There's probably a few other animes I'm forgetting about that probably did do the did do that as well. But yeah, it would have been nice if they played that song in there as well as another fellow callback to the Blue Orb, man. I think that would have been cool. That song is just so good. That would have been so cool if they put that from the dub soundtrack of DBZ in this episode when he did transform into Super Saiyan 4. But my god, bro, Vegeta and Bulma taking baths, man. Now, I had already known of the sequence because when this episode did drop, I did see tweets about it, but I never actually watched the clip of it in total. I never watched it. I just saw tweets of people talking about the whole thing about Vegeta, and Bulma telling him she wouldn't take baths with him anymore, which is honestly hilarious. And the Prince of all Saiyans likes to take a bath with his wife, and or as they say, loves him, man, and he would it actually would put his pride aside to make sure he could keep doing that. Honestly, man, I don't know what the fanfic scene for Dragon Ball looks like, man. But if any of you guys know of any fanfics that depict Vegeta and Bulma taking a bath together, please send them my way. I need to know what this looks like. Or at least how the fans perceive it. Please send them my way, man. I want to see them for myself, and I want to read some. If you guys know any fanfics between Vegeta and Bulma taking a bath together, please send them my way. I'd love to read them. I'll put in the fucking comments for all I care, man. I need to see this, man. I need to see this, man. Hopefully, maybe in episode 20, we actually see Goku and the others tease him a little bit and roast him a little bit for that, because that's fucking hilarious, man. That was easily the best part of the episode for me, man. Art animation was also legendary, man. Especially the effects animation as well. Especially when Goku was transferred to Super Saiyan 4. Jesus H. Christ, the drawings, effects animation, the colors, incredible work, man. But anyway, guys, I've rambled on long enough. Let's get on to the actual episode. So we start the episode off right where we left off last week, with Gloriocat making his which of course, to the surprise of the episode, nobody was Goku and the rest of the Z Fighters getting turned back into adults. So they do their whole thing. We got Sean and Chris once again back at it again in the booth, and we also see Dende. Also, this one part was kind of funny because obviously, as you guys know, Pansy's holding Dende, who's a baby now, but before he was a teenager. So you got this whole thing where he's growing in her arms, and then he's a teenager. She's it just drops him, which was pretty funny. And then Goku, and then after all that, Glorio turns back to Goku, and he's and goes "Hey, thanks, Lee Roro," or whatever he says, it's still Gloria. So and of course, the Supreme Guy's sister. I keep forgetting this chick's name. Comes in there. She's confused on what's going on there, man. And then you got fucking Shenron or whatever his name was. I forget what the name of the Namekian Dragon Ball's name was, but I'm just gonna call him Shenron because it's the same thing. Ends up he dips, and now finally Goku and the rest are back to adults, ready to face off against King Goman. I can't fucking speak today. So, of course, Vegeta, he wants first dibs because, I think it was actually Goku that suggested they should take turns. And Vegeta's like, all right, move out of the way. It's my turn now. You already had your turn. He's like, you suggested first, so no complaints. He's like, fine. So they pass by Goku. Vegeta makes sure that tells Goku to fuck off, don't get involved, along with everybody else. So then Vegeta and King Goman go at it. For some reason, Vegeta stays in his base form for a bit. I don't know why he didn't immediately just go into Super Saiyan 1. Because, they've already faced previously in the previous episode. He knows how strong King Goman is. Don't you think he would have immediately at least gone to Super Saiyan 1 to face off? And then maybe made his way up to Super Saiyan 3? But no, he just, for some reason, stayed in his base form for a little bit while fighting him for some reason. Anyways, they continue to do it out. We cut back over to Gloria, where obviously Supreme Kai's sister obviously fires him for disobeying her direct orders and be like, do you know what I did for you? I saved you from the third demon world. And Gloria tries to defend himself, but he doesn't really say much of anything. He just said, he's grateful for all she's done with him, and like I said, she eventually fires him. He says, I thank you for everything, and then runs off. No, this was weird. Now, you guys know that how sometimes it ends when two characters cross paths, across each other's path, they do this whole thing where it goes into slow-mo, background usually goes white, and it kind of lingers on that in slow motion for a couple bits before they go back to, normal speed. They did that, but for some reason they did it right, basically when Gloria was right in front of her, because it's, this was shot sideways. Basically, when it's right in front of her where she is in the frame, they do the slow-mo and then keep it up for 2 seconds and then he'll go back. And I'm like, why are we doing this shot here, man? First of all, they're usually a lot more further apart, usually for this shot whenever they do it, since it looks better that way. But why are we doing this, man? There's really no significance for this shot. Maybe whoever's director or story for them just really likes those shots. It's fuck it, I want to include in the episode, and that's why it's there. But I thought that was a little bit of a bizarre choice to have that included. Anyway, we get back to Vegeta and King Goman fighting each other. Vegeta's finally starting to get used to his normal body. We get some really great animation cuts with Vegeta when he's dodging these ki blasts from King Goman. I forget what type of animation cut this is called whenever it's characters dodging missiles or energy blasts while they're flying. I know it has a name for it, but it's slipping my mind. I have to come on. I don't even know the cut's been uploaded to Soccer Ball or not. I did make sure I had a couple of big cuts that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't actually check to see if this cut was on there. Whatever the case may be, eventually Vegeta manages to land a ki blast onto Goman's chest, which does seem he's does the whole gut punch thing. King Goman slams his hands together to try and crush Vegeta, but Vegeta blocks out, manages to get out, manages to hold him back, and eventually goes Super Saiyan. Lee says I can do this all day. He's fucking Captain America. He's you sure about that? And then he goes Super Saiyan. Vegeta lands a massive kick on him, which once again seemingly damages, knocks the wind out of King Goman. Before these two just start going at it, and eventually Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 3, thankfully, unlike Sean Kristen off the screen for 7 minutes straight. Y'all remember that shit from the original DBZ, which was Goku on the screen for 7 minutes straight for the Super Saiyan 3 transformation for the first time, man. Jesus Christ, man. Poor Sean, man. Godspeed him, man. The fact that this dude can still voice Goku after everything he's done to him, especially back in the 90s when, these guys were new to dubbing and everything, man. They didn't know what vocal health was. It's kind of a miracle. It's kind of a miracle. Him, Sean, him, Chris, especially Chris, because you guys know in the original dub for DBZ, Chris was voicing everybody. Sunny as well, and probably some other character VAs as well, but those are kind of the big three. It's a miracle they're still able to voice these characters after all these years, man, because they're just the absolute abuse that their vocal cords have taken just voicing these characters. Anyway, great animation when Goku goes. I don't know, I keep saying Goku. Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 3, man. Incredible effects work, especially, man. I like this one where we see Vegeta like explode into like where you see like this big explosion from like his ki where he's charged up, man. It looks incredible, man. I don't know, I don't think this particular version of the cut has been posted onto Sakagaboro, or maybe if it was, I didn't check. But either way, man, this cut looked absolutely incredible, man. When Vegeta finally goes full Super Saiyan 3, man, looks absolutely phenomenal, man. Such great work. So then Vegeta, this is when Vegeta really starts to nail down on King Goemon. Ends up really big and powerful attacks. Ends up hitting this like spinning kick on him, very much akin to the Lion Barrage from Naruto. That looked really fucking sick as well. Yohei Sasaki, if I pronounce that right, was the animator for this cut with Vegeta landing these big hits. But King Goemon gets right back up, probably thinks the third eye. I really like the effect they put on King Goemon here when he's like, I guess like reviving himself or whatever, healing himself seemingly with the third eye, man. I really like the little like effects they have going around his body and just the effects animation in general from like the little like this beam that comes out from the third eye, man. It looked really good, man. It looked really good. I would have loved to know who were the effects animators. That's assuming they did have them. And the effects were just handled by whatever animator doing these cuts did. Because I know sometimes the animators do their own effects work, but I know other times they do have specific effects animators doing certain stuff, man. So whatever the case may be, Sakagaboro didn't really seem to have anything about effects animators. So I'm just gonna assume that the animators, the particular cuts, did their own effects animation. It wouldn't surprise me since this is Toei. They obviously have a lot of veterans in their studio. Anyway, so these two continue going at it. We eventually get back to Gloria, where he meets up with the rest of the team, and we get this nice piano track of the Daima theme, which is pretty nice. And it seems like Gloria wants to run away, but he doesn't. He stands his ground. Pansy comes in there, man, rushes towards them. They spin around with her, like, holding hands and whatnot. She's like, "You were so great, Gloria." And the entire time watching this scene, just like, insert shippers here, because I don't know, man. Like, I don't even know if this is a ship that has popped up in the Dragon Ball fandom and the shipper sub community of Dragon Ball that do shit, and they do now suddenly start, and there are big Glorio, Pansy shipper. I don't know. When I watched it, I just saw like shippers, like probably like insert shippers here. They're probably losing their shit. I don't know if this is a popular shit that has blossomed through Daima or not, man. But that's just something that I had in my mind, and I mentioned this in my reaction as well when I was watching the episode. Anyway, so the Goku meets up with the rest of the team, and Goku finally, ladies and gentlemen, yes, you heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. Goku finally gets Glorio's name right. Yes, you heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. He actually calls him Glorio for once. I was like, holy shit! I was losing my goddamn mind. Which you guys have seen the reaction to this episode when I drop these two episodes. Which are those two I'll probably drop on Monday, probably. If I actually remember to, because last week, not that I did Loki, I forget to. I think I edited everything, but just forgot to post it. Until I was midway through my reviewing, working through my Vigilantes review. I was like, oh shit, I need to post it. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, man. So anyway, as I was saying, he finally gets his name right, which I said was pretty insane. If I say he kind of stands beside Goku, is like, can you watch the fight, man? Vegeta once again is like laying the smackdown on King Goemon, man. They go through the floor, man. It's such an amazing show. Which this cut, which I did actually manage to get on the first time, was handled by Ryo Unishi, is the animator behind this cut, with heavy corrections from at least according to Sakagaboro, Tadayoshi Yamamuru, who was also one of the animation directors for this episode. So shout out to them, man. This was one of my favorite cuts. This is probably my second favorite cut of the episode, or maybe third. I don't know. This was such an amazing cut with Vegeta when he lands, where he throws King Goemon through the ground. They come out there and does the massive final flash. The effects of animation, especially here, man, the impact frames was spectacular, man. Such an incredible sequence, man, especially the colors and everything, man. What an incredible sequence. And we see what's left of what happened, where we see this giant crater in whatever pillar, wherever they were fighting, man, where there's lightning coming out of it, man. It was pretty insane, man. That was such an incredible sequence of the episode. But yeah, so shout out to Ryo Unishi, who was, like I said, the animator behind that. But then, when the skies start to part, we see that once again King Goemon is seemingly unfazed by this attack, and then teleports behind Vegeta, being like, "Is that all you got? He's like, "Is that all you got?" or whatever, man. And he just slaps Vegeta down to the ground. It was pretty insane, man. When he just teleported out of nowhere, man. That was pretty insane. So then Vegeta and King Goemon continue their brawl. Once again, we didn't get any commercial cards this week. Just went right back into the action, and we cut over to Goku and Piccolo, where Goku Goku mentions that Vegeta is not going to let that Super Saiyan 3 is going to last so long, which we know is a fact. And we're starting to see Vegeta starting to look winded. He's starting to get exhausted. We see him sweating, man. He obviously does not have much more left in the tank. Goku's top out wondering how King Goma doesn't even have a single scratch on him at all, and Piccolo thinks it's because of the third eye. While this is going on, we then cut over back to our Insu and Majin Buu, where she wonders how that King Abor, I believe it was able to take out the third eye at will, and he was wondering how to. So then she has Majin Buu fetch her this book on magical artifacts and whatnot to go fetch it for him. Goku, we get back to Vegeta 5 once again. We see that he's definitely getting winded and definitely is running on fume. Lands another big blow in his midsection, but then King just easily grabs and says, "What is my massage over?" and then punches Vegeta. This is when Vegeta eventually powers down back to his base form. Goku chimes in and be like, "Hey man, if you want, I can tag in now. I'm ready to go if you want to tag in now." And then Vegeta tells him to stay right there, you imbecile. And then continues on his fight with Vegeta. Majin Buu comes back with the book, and then Aransu glows through it slowly by one page at a time, bro. I'm like, can't you go a little bit faster? Majin Buu goes in there and actually gets shit done and starts blitzing through the book and eventually finds a page on the third eye, I'm assuming. Aransu meets up with the others and then tells them they need to hit 3 blows to the back of the head in order for the eye to pop out of his head. Supreme Kai thanks his sister for helping him out, but then she's like, but just so you don't get the wrong idea, I'm doing this to defeat King Goma and not to help you. Sure thing. I mean, she's probably not wrong, but, it wouldn't surprise me. So Goku and Vegeta, Piccolo strategize, saying that he'll go in there, take over, and fighting King Goma from the front, while Piccolo hides around and gets in his sneak attacks to get the 3 hits in there to get an eye out there. But obviously, Supreme Kai mentioned, hey, Vegeta won't even let you to Vegeta's pride. He won't even let you enact that plan. Bulma steps up there, man, and says she'll let me take care of that. This is when we get to probably what's going to become the most iconic scene in Daima, besides the Super Saiyan 4 transformation, obviously, where Bulma is just screaming at Vegeta, and big shout out to Monica Rial, man. She was fucking amazing right here, man. Be like, "You're being a big baby, get down!" He's like, "No, I would rather die. If I can't beat him on my own, then I'd rather die." And she calls him a man baby, saying to get his Saiyan head out, his princely Saiyan head out of his butt, man. It's hilarious. And then she says, "If you don't get down here, I swear I'll never take another bath with you as long as I live." And the look of sheer shock on Vegeta's face, man. This man looked like he just got shot. Like Bulma just shot him or something. The shock on his face where he's like, no, you wouldn't. And then the speed at which Vegeta comes back down, Greg's like, "I'm stepping aside. Continue on." Like, bro, you guys will see my reaction, man. I was laughing hysterically. This shit had me howling, bro, at the insanity. And shout out to my a Twitter mutual of mine, Mina, where I believe this was yesterday when the episode had dropped dubbed, and she had quote tweets. She's saying that this was the moment that got her to actually watch Dragon Ball, which if you guys follow Twitter, you guys know that she was going through Dragon Ball a bit earlier. And now she's actually kind of going the old school bit. She watched the original Dragon Ball first, and then watched the original version of Z. She didn't go with Kai. She went with the OG Dragon Ball Z, English dub, obviously. So yeah, she didn't go to Kai, man. She wanted the fillers, man. So shout out to her, man. I do definitely want to also finish through the original Z, man. As you guys know, I have up to the Cell Saga in the Orange Bricks. I do one day want to finish the rest of Z, even though just to see what it looked like, hear the original dub and everything. Well, not the original dub, because the Orange Bricks was a redub. The original DB's English dub would be on the VHS tape for the Funimation VHS tapes, but good. But I have that hardcore about it. But you guys get the point. I want to see the original Z and everything, man. And yeah, one day I do want to finish and watch the original Z in its entirety with all the fillers, just see what was on it. But anyway, she went through Z, and she's going through Z right now, or at least was early. I don't know if she's still coming on, or she's kind of taking a break from Dragon Ball or whatnot. Anyway, whatever the case may be, she started Dragon Ball because of the C, which I just saw the layers. Full disclosure, by the way, FYI, for anyone that you guys don't know, you don't follow her, you're not on Twitter, she's 15. She's 15, that's why she hasn't watched Dragon Ball before, because she's 15. So, yeah. But yeah, this was a hilarious moment, easily, like I said, one of my favorite moments at Daima, man. And just, I love the expression on everyone's face after this whole little moment, just the shock on all of their faces at this whole thing, while Goku is just confused, while Piccolo's just like, and then just like Supreme Kai is Supreme Kai and Glorio especially, man. Just the absolute shock and the WTF that I just witnessed or look on their face, man. This is meme worthy, man. Honestly, this is meme worthy. But anyway, but one other thing I want to mention real quick before we continue on with the rest of the episode, I just want to mention, I love Vegeta and Bulma's relationship, man. Like, you guys know me. Vegeta is my favorite character in Dragon Ball. He's mostly the reason, he's kind of one of the big reasons why Chris is my all-time favorite voice actor, man. I love Vegeta. Vegeta's the GOAT. And I love it, especially when we saw this in Superman, we got little moments of Superman and just see Bulma and Vegeta's relationship kind of like blossom and everything, man. And of course the iconic, how dare you, well, I forget the exact line, it was like, how dare you, what was it, slap, I forget what the exact line, but it was like, my Bulma. I forget what was in between my Bulma when Beerus had slapped her. One of the greatest moments in Dragon Ball history, man. Like, that was such an iconic moment. I've been loving the little addition they make to the relationship, and one thing I just love about this, since Super had released and everything, man, I love the Vegeta. Well, obviously, is this big, badass, manly, brooding Saiyan prince that doesn't take shit from him, that's prideful and everything. I just love it. It's like just him and Bulma alone. He's a big softie. I just love that, man, and it's just so fun to watch, man. So yeah, like I said, they started video guys. If you guys have seen any fan fictions of Bulma and Vegeta taking a bath together, please send them my way. I would love to read them. Anyway, let's continue on. So Goku and Piccolo go into their positions. Goku does his little stretching thing, which I don't even know why he's stretching. Like, bro, you've already been fighting. I don't need to know why you need to stretch. Whatever the case may be, he stretches for a little bit, and then this is when we begin the Super Saiyan transformation, where he goes to Super Saiyan 1. He's like, this is a Super Saiyan. And then it goes Super Saiyan 2, this is Super Saiyan 2, man. Like I said, this whole sequence was just one massive callback to the Buu saga when Super Saiyan 3 made its debut. Which, gotta also give a quick shout out to Ken Otsuka. Yeah, Otsuka was the animator for this cut, with Yuya Takahashi as the animation director, and there seems to be some debate on there might be another animator that worked on this, at least judging from the comments on Song of Aurora, but yeah, there you go. Anyway, yeah, this cut was amazing, and great drawings, especially Super Saiyan 3. I love the way Super Saiyan 3 looks here, and I also love Sean's voice for Super Saiyan 3, man. Just that demon voice he goes in there for that, man. So good. And just like in the Buu side, it's like, what's with all these needless transformations? Just like when when Babidi said, you changed your hair somewhat. And then he says, now to go even further beyond. I do, which was good to hear that line again, but I do kind of, he's like if he did that while he was charging up and transforming, I think would just been perfect. Like I said, I wish the song that was playing in the original dub of Z, that was playing here, I feel that would just make that perfect. The song that was playing was pretty good too as well, no shade to the composer for the OST for Daima, but for that, we're calling back to Buu. I feel like we should go all the way with, at least for the dub anyway, and recycle some of those old tracks, man. But that's just me. Anyway, and then you got Sean's performance, man, which, Jesus Christ. I love the way how he changes his scream around, while he's mid-transformation. I don't know how much of this is just Sean versus probably the audio engineer. I'm sure some of this was probably done in post via the audio engineer, man, but Jesus, Sean was damn near screaming for damn near a minute straight. which is just insane, man. Which also, before I forget, gotta shout out the animator. This one was done by Yuya Takahashi, was the animator for this cut, man. And just I have no words. This is one of the greatest animation cuts I've ever seen, man. I wish I knew the effects work for this. I'm assuming nothing's listed on Outside, so I'm just gonna assume that he did his own effects animation. But Jesus Christ, what a cut, man! The drawings as well here are absolutely sensational, man. The effect, everything's so good, man. Although I did think it was a bit bizarre that Goku mid-transformation, mid-screaming, randomly takes off the top of his gi for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe he knew that he was gonna grow some fur and probably would have ripped up anyway. So let me just take it off, just so I can put it back on later or something. I don't know, man. But the drawings themselves, man, when we see Super Saiyan 4, man, are just incredible, man. Jesus H. Christ, man. Incredible draftsmanship from the drawings here, man. On Super Saiyan 4 Goku to end the episode off, man. What an episode. This was absolutely sensational, man. Incredible episode. And yeah, this was even the best episode. Daima, I doubt episode 20 will top this, but we'll have to wait and see on that, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, this was an incredible episode, man, and just, fantastic. Just peak cinema. This was peak cinema, man. Anyway, guys, overall, I give this episode a 10 out of fucking 10, ladies and gentlemen. As always, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me if you feel like it. Links across below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.